Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and begin the process of dividing 3 and 4 digit numerals. In the standard, it says I can find the quotients with remainders of up to 4 digit dividends, and 1 digit divisors. Remember, the dividend is the number inside of the doghouse and the divisor is on the outside, and then our quotient is of course the answer that we're going to be getting. So it's important to remember that we're working from left to right in our division equations. All right, so we have to understand that this is 694 and it's made up of 694. All right, this is going to help us because we are going to use the partial quotient algorithm to figure this out. Okay, in multiplication we use the partial product, but in division we call it the partial quotient. All right, so we're again working from left to right. So we see that the divisor is the same as the first digit in the dividend. Now we have to remember that this is 600, not just 600. So we say 6 goes into 600 how many times? That would be 100. Remember, if we forget how to do that, just cover it up. Just cover it up. 6 goes into 6 one time, right? And then you have 2 digits remaining, so you need two zeros. So 6 times 100 is 600. So we take the partial quotient and multiply it by the divisor, and we get 600. 100 times 6 is 600. And we subtract, and we're left with 94. Now, again, understanding that this is 90 and 4, we're going to break that apart, and we're going to say, how many times does 6 go into 90? Again, if you don't know, just cover it up and say, okay, well, 6 can go into 9 one time, and we have to remember it's not 9, it's 90. So 6 goes into 90 10 times. Okay? And then we take our partial quotient and multiply it by our divisor, and we get 10 times 6 is 60. All right? And then we go ahead and subtract, and we get 34. Now we've moved on to our ones position, and now we can say, how many times does 6 go into 34? All right, so we can list our multiples on the side. Let's see, I'm going to start at 6 times 4, that equals 24. 6 times 5, that equals 30. We're getting closer. 6 times 6, that equals 36. Okay, so we've gone over. All right, so the multiple that we're going to use is 6 times 5. So we place the 5 up here, becomes part of the quotient, our partial quotient, and then we do 6 times 5 is 30. 6 times 5 is 30. Then, of course, we subtract 4. All right, so now our divisor has become larger than our dividend. 6 is larger than 4, so we're done. So the 4 becomes the remainder. And then we have to take all of our partial quotients and add them together. 100 plus 10 plus 5. Add them together. We get 115. And then we have to bring our remainder over. And it's our quotient becomes 115 with a remainder of 4. Now, if we want to check our answers, if we want to go back and check our answer, we can multiply the quotient times the divisor, right? Inverse operations. 115 times 6. Okay? 6 times 5 is 30. Put the 0 here. Carry the 3. 6 times 1 is 6 times, or add 3 is 9. 6 times 1 is 6. 690. Okay, then don't forget we have to add in our remainder. So 690 plus 4 is 694. So our product of that matches our dividend right here. They are both the same. Congratulations.